broken to be open. I'll be patient, I'll wait till you're ready to be open. Everybody, I need somebody, yeah. And you've got me. You know that I know that you know that I'll be there for the highs and lows. Give you mine if your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone, I will be there. When you're down and down in your luck, things got tough and you've had enough. When you fall down, I'ma pick you up. I will be there. I will be there for you. I will be there for you all of the time, yeah. Down, down your luck, you've had enough. I will be there for you. Thank you.
Just the right way to go, girl. Splendor will love you. That was absolutely amazing. And that's such a fitting song for Weekend Deal today, as we try to wrap our warm embrace around all our Nigerian children. On Weekend Deal, we believe that every child deserves to grow up loved, to feel valued, and to feel respected.
Absolutely. Raising a child is not a sole responsibility of parents.
Indeed, the family, the neighbors, the faith society, and indeed everyone has a role to play. Hence, we often say it takes a village.
The circle of care is built on love, guidance, and positive role models that provide solid foundation for these children to flourish. I am Patience Eloy Abba, and this remains your favorite, I can say so many times, favorite weekend show on TV, and it's coming to you live from the network service of the NTA.
Totally amazing. Let's today together explore how each of us can combine and support everyone and each other to ensure that every child feels safe and feels loved. Weekend Deal, your effervescent breakfast television show on the network service of the NTA, is streaming live on YouTube. Go watch, go keep her company. My name is Thelma Opaza.
Like we are in the present, drinking from plastic cups, singing loves forever and ever. I guess that was true. Oh, dancing on the hood in the middle of the woods, I went home, I stand where we sang songs with all our childhood friends. And it went like this, said, oops, I got no promise, singing bye, bye, bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, baby, one more time. Baby, bet your feet with me on the days when we were young, singing at the top of both our lungs. Now we're under the covers. Fast forward to 18, we are more than lovers. Yeah, we are all we need when we're holding each other. I'm taking back to 2002. Oh, as I'm dancing on the hood in the middle of the woods, I went home, I stand where we sang songs with all our childhood friends. Anywhere like this, say oops, I got no promising you bye bye bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, baby, one more time. Baby, best you'll feel with me on the days when we were young, singing at the top of both our lungs. Say oops, I got no promising you bye bye bye. And if you wanna go and take a ride with me, baby, one more time. Baby, best you'll feel with me on the days when we were young, singing at the top of both our lungs on the day we fell in love. Oh, on the day we fell in love. On the day we fell in love.
Splendor! It's Splendor again. She opens her mouth and belts out these songs from her soul. And honestly, you can feel it. Thank you so much, girl. That was beautiful. If you're just joining us, it's your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal. And today, our focus is on children, the circle of care. It's a conversation that advocates for every child to have a safe community around them. And it's also a reminder that when it comes to safeguarding children, it's a collective responsibility. Every child needs more than education, clothes, and food. Every child must be safe. My emphasis here is on safe and feel safe. And that responsibility is on all of us, because it's so painful that children are suffering. In the world filled with adults, the adults that brought them into the world, children are suffering abuse and so many other things. Some are adopted, and that suffering is unimaginable. This is a call to action. We'll begin our conversation today with NTA Ibadan, and they'll be taking a look at teacher training.
In Nigeria, every child is born into a circle, be it family, community, or faith. And right at the center of that circle stands between home and future is the teacher. Statistics shows that over 12 million Nigerian children are out of school. For the ones who do make it to class, learning only happens if the person at the front knows how to teach, not just what's in the book. This is called circle of care. A child thrives when every adult around them is equipped, but the teacher is the daily constant, minimum of 6 hours a day and more than 200 days a year, impacting the pupils with knowledge. How often should teachers be trained for grooming future leaders?
In Oyo State today, we have that partnership with SUBEB, with ESCOM, over this BESDA program, whereby teachers are being trained on the use of digital means of teaching in our classrooms. And we also have with the Ministry of Education, recently in a meeting that we have there, where we also talk about capacity building for teachers that even involve, at TRCN level, they have the ones they are doing. At the government level also, they have the one they do, especially when we have this long vacation. But the area that still require us to explore is for the governments to still continue to see that investment on teachers will continue to yield better results for our education. The need to also expose teachers to global best practices in terms of teaching pedagogy, exposing teachers to foreign training and the likes.
Aside academics, how do teachers get by as regards child's protection, first aid and crisis management. Who should give these trainings and how often?
We train our teachers on child protection. We train them perfectly on that. At least the administering of first aid box in case there are any injury, whether to a particular person. We taught them a way that a teacher will be the first to at least to attend to that student in that incident, and the next day before. And here in our school, we have a sick bay. We have a sick bay that we take students to. If we see that, okay, this situation, before we now contact the nearest hospital. So, and in case of crisis, maybe conflicts in the school, crisis management, such students have the right to report, to bring the consent of the nearest teacher, and the teacher must find a way to resolve it amicably.
Teachers are guardians beyond academics, and school safety should be given utmost priority. What are the bodies like the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, government policy makers, and agencies saddled with the responsibility doing to make schools safe for both pupils and teachers? Observers opined that when the nation strengthens the teacher, we strengthen the whole circle of care. And when the circle is strong, every Nigerian child stands a chance to be a shining light in the future.
Isn't it totally amazing? As great as the students become, testifies to the greatness, the eloquence, capability, and ability of our teachers. Hence the need for training and retraining. Train the trainer courses abound in these days. But still, we bring the focus back to these children who are being trained, who are being cared for, who are being managed at home, in the communities, and also in the schools. Our guests are here, our first set of guests, that is. It gives us great pleasure to welcome Pastor Mrs. Dorothy Okweno. She's a chartered accountant, an educator, and a governance strategist. Very powerful, powerful. Let's see her profile.
You're welcome to Weekend Dilma.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Okay, when she came in, she said, "Oh, your studio is beautiful." Now, I have to boast on that. Now you say it again.
Yes, I'm a proud Nigerian. Seeing this, no, this is beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
We appreciate it. She's not alone. We have Silas Umekwe, a performance consultant, an educator, and a public speaker. His profile.
It's great to welcome you to Weekend Deal again.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. It's always my pleasure being here.
Great. We're delighted to host you and host you in the best way possible as we talk about our children. Okay, but before we start our conversation, our director says we should journey down to Akwa Ibom State and that they are ready to make their entrance into our discussion with their package, which is focused on parental involvement. Of course, we say the training must start from the home, right from the cradle. NTA Uyo, do you agree? Please share your thoughts.
Involvement is a crucial aspect of a child's educational journey. Research shows that children with engaged parents tend to do better academically. When parents are actively engaged in their children's school and activities, it sends a powerful message that education is valued and important.
When parents are involved in the academic activities, when it goes a long way to improve their capacity, their mental capacity, and overall academic excellence.
When a parent is involved in a child's academic, it goes a long way in helping that child and the teacher to be easier for the child to be able to focus well in class and continue their activity, and also easier for the teacher to continue, because by the time as an assignment is given and a child is able to do with the assistance of the parent at home, it helps in guiding that child to do well.
This involvement can take many forms, from attending parent-teacher meetings to volunteering in the classroom or helping with homework. By being present and involved, parents can build strong relationships with teachers, understand their child's strengths and weaknesses, and also stay informed about their academic progress.
The parental involvement is one of the most important things that help a child boost their intellect and also help them to further in whatever aspect they are doing, both morally and academically.
Charity begins at home. Morals begin at home. So as a parent, you have to collaborate. We collaborate with the school to ensure that we are there for our children. Children stay in school maybe for 7 to 8 hours in 24 hours. The rest of the hours, they are in the house, playing with neighbors, playing with people, church, and all, influence everywhere. So as a parent, you need to be a present parent to also guide your children in the house and collaborate with the school to achieve the best results from your words.
Moreover, parental involvement extends beyond academics to participating in extracurricular activities, sports, clubs, and this proves to children that their interests and passions are supported and valued. This also boosts their confidence, motivation, and overall sense of belonging.
As a parent, don't just exaggerate yourself. There are activities that the school really want the parents to attend, like Cultural Day, Inter-House Sport, has been approved by the Ministry of Education. And you as a parent, you need to make sure you help this child so that it will help the child to perform better.
Ultimately, the benefits of parental involvement are clear. Beyond these tangible outcomes, parental involvement is about showing love, care, and investment in a child's future. This active engagement bridges the gap between home and school, leading to healthier relationships and strong foundation for the child's success and well-being.
There's something we call concerned parents. Parents who are particular about the progress their children make. Every time your child comes home with homework, your assignment is to ensure you guide them. So as a parent, we expect you to at least go through whatever is done for the day, guide the child to do their homework to ensure you can pick their weaknesses and their strengths. You can know, oh, if this child is struggling in math or English and the aspect or topics that this child is struggling with. And that way you can now revert back to school and give us your own observation, which will really help the school also to know how to help the child better.
Therefore, parental involvement is key to a child's success. Let's encourage parents to make a difference.
Thank you so much, NTA. Indeed, it is a shared responsibility, and at the intersection of school, home, religion is our children, and we must all come together in a circle to ensure that they feel safe, be safe, and feel loved. Our guests are here. It's time for us to dig into the pile of conversation, and I'll begin with Well, beautiful mama here. I love your smile, by the way.
Thank you.
So our children, in order for them to feel safe, they say it takes a village to raise a child. We said it on this, Thelma said it earlier, we've been saying it here. But unfortunately, that village is shrinking. That village keeps shrinking because of the fast changing society that we find ourselves. What can we do to get everyone? Because people are scared for so many reasons. You don't want to correct somebody's child because of the backlash. You are careful what you say to somebody's child and all that. What can we do to make it easy for this village to expand again? The village is shrinking,
It's shrinking.
It's shrinking,
very fast. It's shrinking. And if we are not deliberate about it, it might be extincted.
Oh my goodness.
So we mustn't allow ourselves to get to that stage. I want to thank you once again for bringing me on show. I thank you. And I want to trust God too that I'll be able to give my little experience to
real pastor,
as a mother, a pastor, a school owner. You know, we have interacted over time with children. Now the word circle, like we said, is a combination of everybody. A combination, the parents, the teacher, the government, the religious leaders, the environment, your neighborhood, your house. You know, everything, everyone that a child come across at one time or the other forms this circle. And once the circle, there's any weak edge of the circle, the child becomes vulnerable. And that's why it must be a collective thing. Like we talk about the global village. It's about values. It's about we reinstating values that begin from home. And if we see every child as our individual responsibility, irrespective of the biological inclination rather, that we owe a duty of care. So let families begin to bring up values again. I remember those days, even parents will make statements like, this cannot be the child of so person. You know, you see the mother will just shrug the shoulder. You know, it is sending a signal that even when the child wants to do something evil, you remember, if my mother gets you, for me, it helped me. Even in my marriage, because my dad, there is a family value that has already been placed in almost everything. And it helps to conform behavior. You know, so I think we should now start doing that. And don't be ashamed, as you said, that because you don't want someone to backlash you, you know, talk back at you. It doesn't really matter. Training one child, helping out a child, is helping out a nation. And it is a synergy. You know, like how will I put it now? If you help a child to become good, that child will help other children to become good. And it will stop, at least reduce the spread of negative peer pressure. I think every one of us should be involved. Forget the immediate maybe displeasure. I think that's it. Forget the immediate and look at the global benefits.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Dorothy Okwenu. Thank you. You know, like you said, charity begins at home. Today, this is your home. So how charitable you are with information, it will determine the impact that Weekend Deal will have on Nigerians who are watching from every part, every nook and cranny of the world. So we thank you. Please bring it out. Don't hold back any information. Silas Umekwe, the great son of a great father. Great to have you here. Great to have,
I'm sure his head swelled.
Oh, yeah, of course. He felt it. Because I want him to also open up and bring out, because, you know, it is like Pastor Dorothy said, you know, when we were growing up, even now at our age, after working for decades, we still hold those values our parents taught us so dearly. There are things till tomorrow I will not do. And when I see young people frivolous with their behavior and their words, I'm amazed. You know, how is this happening? But good is thing that Silas Umekwe, you are here. you have evolved from just teaching to personal branding, where you consult and also facilitate knowledge among children as well as their parents, adults, teachers, proprietors and proprietors too. So good one, you will help us fill this gap. We're in the era of technology. Our children are growing ahead of what? Before you say A, they've said A to Z. And if you don't listen with some level of decorum, they will finish yourself, with their lips. But tell us, there are times where children, like Pastor Dorothy said, when one edge is broken or chipped, it tells on the child, how many children. And a child who is having that edge chip will not begin to, it will be contagious on the other children. How do we identify what signs and symptoms are there with a child or children when systematically the edge is being chipped off in their development and in their progress?
Okay, when we're talking about the circle, yeah? So we expect that the circle is not supposed to have an edge. But once the circle is broken, in physics there's something called a tangent. Once a circle is once it's broken, the object just moves tangential completely off.
I said it, tell us more.
So it's a community something. Because I actually believe that as Africans, we are community-based. Africans live this communal life. I go tell your mama, I go tell your papa. It's how we all grew up. Because once somebody say, oh, you dey play ball, no worry. When your mama come, I go tell them. So we have lived this kind of life all growing up. And somebody said something. Very soon, one day they will tell your child, you behave like your father. It's up to you to make sure that is not an insult. Now, why am I going through all this before coming to the main question? A child needs to learn from his father. A child needs to learn from his parents. A child needs to learn from his school. A child needs to learn from his church. The truth is, once you create a vacuum, nature abhors vacuum.
Yes, absolutely.
Nature forbids vacuum. So once there is a vacuum, guess what? There are so many things that are going to fill that vacuum. They are waiting. Just what is trending now, they say is the Olodo uprising.
Oh goodness.
Negative.
Oh goodness.
The Olodo uprising. We all heard it.
Yes.
Now, where is it coming from?
Olodo uprising.
What is Olodo uprising? Children growing without values.
Yes.
In the school, you say, okay, because this is the 21st century, just permit their excesses. At home, the parents say, these are digital children, allow them, give them a tablet. The UK just recently banned social media for children from 16 years and below. And these are the same people that brought it. They have banned it because they've seen the negative effect. But you as a Nigerian parent, you think it's a flex for your child of 12 years to be using iPhone. And the problem is you are not there. You are not always there. So when the child has a problem, guess what he's going to do? He's going to go online.
But using a phone, is it wrong? Or should it
be
monitored?
If a child uses a phone unguided.
Monitored, okay.
Yes. There was a case of someone, I can't remember the country now. The child committed suicide, 13-year-old child.
Yes, we've
more than one.
Plenty.
What advised him?
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yes.
I can't do this anymore. The guy was chatting with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT says, are you looking to end it? He said, yes. So should I suggest ways that are not painful? He said, yes. He suggested. The guy did it. He committed suicide and died.
What signs should the village look out for? If the child is deviating, that edge has chipped in, what are the signs that we can look out for?
Funny enough, it's not a blanket approach. Yes. So it's not a one sign you see, like, okay, once somebody in fact, once you see a child, you see someone with malaria, with headache, you cannot just tell that it's malaria.
Yes. But you know that they are ill.
Yes, you know that they are ill. So once you notice, there are a couple of things that you will notice in your child. One, they start withdrawing. That's one major aspect. The child just starts withdrawing. Questions he would normally ask you, he wouldn't ask. Your child just all of a sudden switches from being very active to being, he takes into himself, very reserved. You know, you notice that if you look at the body itself, you will see signs. Maybe there's an injury on the face, there is a swelling, but you can't know because you are not there.
Okay, so yes, I know we are moving. I was going to go there. That's where I was going to go next, because on the internet these days we see where neighbors begin to report a child that is under abuse. My own thing here, forming that protective circle for me would mean all of us protecting these children. For example, a girl who is abused at home, who is not telling anybody, because in the opening we said we have millions of adults and children are suffering alone. Mama, my pastor, yes, that's what they call you, right? So, Mama, how can we break silence to protect a child, for example, who is being abused, a child who is going through something, suffering, and because we just overlook these things? What can we do as adults to protect every child, regardless whether that child is yours, your neighbor's child, who lives in a high gate? What do you do?
Bringing up children is everybody's business.
Yes.
And speaking out when you see things go wrong is very important.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be your child. If you notice any crooked possibilities, speak out. And that's what we mean by speaking out. The parents, some of this issue we talk about abuses, there will always be signs. Some of these children, you begin to see their dress change. As a parent or as an adult, you're a child probably that have grown under your watch for some time, maybe within the neighborhood, and you see the child who used to be chaste to now start becoming a bit wide. You begin to talk. If I talk, you talk. Even where the parents would not talk, you find that over time, you draw the attention of the parents. I give an example. As an educator, we had a case where some years back, a child broke into a teacher's table, took the teacher's drink, mineral then, and the teacher came back and couldn't find his drink. And what happened? They did investigation and found out that a particular child took the drink, and the child was disciplined. Do you know, at a PTA meeting, the parents
came
of the child came and was like, why would the child be disciplined? Why would they do this? But thank God for other parents. Others parents spoke up and said, no, this what they did was even less than what they would have done to the child. Because if other parents bring up their own children and you do not bring up, you would have corrupted other children. Do you know, I'm sure that man went home with his head bowed, and I've learned values.
Well, again, let's talk about where children come to adults and say, this person did this to me. Some mothers will say, don't talk about it, or this uncle touched me wrongly.
No.
What do you say to mothers who are encouraging the silent culture, or they don't even trust their children don't trust them to tell them what is happening to their lives?
Well, I would see that as not being intentional as a parent, because parenting have to be intentional. You don't downplay any information that your child sends to you. Don't downplay it. Not giving the impression, because we have to have a balance.
Yes, true.
If there is no balance, then over time you find out that your original intention goes sour. You understand? So there must be balancing. Encourage the child to speak. Now you also do encourage the child. Say, don't worry, we'll work together. We'll work with this together, this, that, and you do your investigation.
There's nothing too small for children to tell their parents.
Nothing. And that's why parents must also encourage conversation.
Yes.
That should be bonding. And when we tell parents, for instance, get involved in what your child do. You know, sometimes after school, some people say, I'm very busy, I can't even help my child with assignment, or the assignment is too stressful. The assignment is a platform for bonding. Because in the course of, you know, interacting with your child, teaching your child, start having confidence. And over time, you start discussing things. Now, every discussion made that points out to abuse or possibility or gateway to abuse, I use these words intentionally.
Yes.
Should not be downplayed. Go out of the way and find out. If it is true, don't spare the rod. When I mean now, not sparing the rod, not only not for the child, but for whoever is the offender, so that you bring it to an end. And that is why, too, as parents, I still talk about values. If you can't run away, there is no way we talk about it without talking about values. Value, tell your child, for instance, as a young girl, a young boy, that you are a prince. Find a name. Align it to your own biological beliefs and values, family values, cultural values. Attach it and let the child know that nobody can intimidate you. Speak out. You are the son of a lion. Like they used to say. You are a son. Do you know whose son you are? Nobody intimidates you. Now, in doing that, as I said, there must be balance. So that though you are teaching the child confidence, but you should also teach respect.
So it doesn't become a
because that is critical. That's one of the areas we are having, and that is pushing and making most people don't want to talk about correcting their older children. For me, it does not matter what you say. If I see you do wrong, maybe dress inappropriately, go home. Even your children. In homes, you will see parents seeing their children put drugs. And you'll be wondering. It's not saying that everybody that put dress is irresponsible, but there's a propensity. Because a mindset is happening.
It's happening. So
and
you
they
need
say
to
the
investigate
way you dress is how you want to be addressed. So those who your child is going to approach don't know which side your child falls on.
And some mothers are buying skimpy things for their daughters.
It's terrible.
Using their hard-earned money to buy things that are disgraceful.
But let me ask Mr. Silas quickly before
please, if you don't mind. There was a question you asked him about should children use phone. For me, I say no. I say no. Why? If at all, let me just give so that we don't go out of board. There are specifications. If you say because of communication, people say because of communication and those stuff. Fine. Then just get them that
Palasa, Nigerian language.
That's just sufficient. Just to answer calls. And it's not enough to give them the phone. You must guide them.
Monitor their use.
You must tell them, you know, phones that don't even use WhatsApp. For me, I did that. My children, there is a law in my house. If you don't get phone, even laptop, I did not give them until you enter the university.
But they have one for use. But we have to take a break now. We have to take a break now. I want this is amazing. And it sounds like everyday talk, but our parents listening. I had a colleague many years ago who would say, it's so hurtful when you've trained your children so thoroughly and they will now go out and meet children whose parents or guardians do not even expend any energy on raising them. Don't forget, it takes a village. A break beckons on Weekend Do. We're talking about children and the circle of care. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Never stick around quite long enough to make it. I apologize once again, I'm not in love. But it's not as if I mind that your heart ain't exactly breaking. It's just a thought, only a thought. nothing left here to stop me. It's just a thought, only a thought. But if my life is for rent and I don't learn to buy, I deserve nothing more than I get. There's nothing I have is truly mine. But if my life is for rent and I don't learn to buy, I deserve nothing more than I get. There's nothing I have is truly mine. While my heart is a shield, and I won't let it down. Why I'm so afraid to fail, so I won't even try. While how can I say I'm alive? But if my life is for rent and I don't learn to buy, I deserve nothing more than I get. There's nothing I have is truly mine. But if my life is for rent and I don't learn to buy, well, I deserve nothing more than I get. 'Cause nothing I have is truly mine. Oh.
Splendor. Do I love you or do I love you? Well done. You're singing and all I can think about, I say, and Adele is rising. Well done, girl. Well done. Today our focus is on the children, the circle of care. That delicate and formidable circle of care. If or once that circle is broken, the consequences can last a lifetime. So let's hold on to that circle. Well, our guests have been talking to us about parenting children, what we can do, what we can look out for, and we are coming to the end of their segment of this conversation. So we'll give you a chance to round off your thoughts and everything that we're talking about. So I'll start with Pastor Mrs.
Children upbringing is very important. For me, I always emphasize on that because it's important. And we're looking at a collection of adults, being the parents, adults around the school as teachers, adults around as caregivers, just round about it. Yeah. The need for us to know that in our deliveries, we have to be intentional. To create values, value is very important. And to know that if a child going wrong will affect every other child, and in the future will hurt everyone. And that is why we must, as a matter, it become a natural, let it be a national concern. A national concern for children to be protected. For instance, as teachers in the school, teaching has gone beyond just the classroom academic work.
Absolutely.
You know, the teacher should be able to know how to manage, crisis, how child protection, mental alertness of the children, you know, a first aid care, you know. So there are so many. So we have to be intentional about this.
Children.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Dorothy. Silas, in your rounding off, you are a director of studies, and the focal point now is on turning parents and guardians to partners in progress for our children. Tell me how you are working with guardians, parents, and the children to bring a fine synergy that will showcase Nigeria's growth and development in terms of values and home training of our children.
Okay, so some years ago, one of my principals then said something. He said, the children you refuse to train now are the ones that will train your children. It stuck to me like glue. And it's not just as a teacher. The child you see doing wrong and you refuse to correct will corrupt your children. The child you are teaching, you are seeing that this child is not doing the right thing, and you say, he will look on bed, not concern you. That child.
It's not a laughing matter, really.
No, because the truth is, the people kidnapping, the people stealing, the people doing all this havoc, these people were people that we refused to train. When we say it's a societal something and you think it's a joke, no, it's not. Whether we use corporal punishment, whether we use cane, whether we use stick, whether we use talk, but something has to be done intentionally.
But how do you think it can be done as director of studies and with parents and guardians? You see them on a daily basis. You know their children. You know the errant one. How are you partnering in the best interest of the children so we don't have reoccurrence of some of the challenges that we face now as a nation?
Okay, since we have said that a child has basically 3 triangles, or just a triangular movement, their school, their church, and their home. That means these 3 must work in tandem. The school must all be very conscious of the fact that these children are our responsibility.
Absolutely.
You must be conscious of their training. We saw the video making rounds on social media for students that just finished WAEC.
Hi.
That's
is it really AI or is it
real?
Oh goodness!
It is also, we have children smoking weed online.
God, Father, have
they
mercy.
In a school with school uniform. The school is there. The parents of those children are still alive, because we cannot say there was. I mean, the videos are very, very, very horrible.
Disturbing. They are
very
disturbing, to say the least.
The thing is, we must work together with the parents as a school. Now, one thing is, ask how many parents attend PTA meetings. Wow. You come for PTA meetings, how many parents come?
They are too
in
busy.
A school of almost 500 students,
yes.
You have less than 20-something parents coming for PTA. So what do you think they are discussing? You think you think the school doesn't have what to do, so we just decided to call a meeting so we will share the egg and granite? No. We call PTA meeting, so we will tell you what your child is not doing. So we will discuss what's the way forward on how to discipline your child. Because if you say kneel down, you say you have caused your child, your child knee is not working again. If you say stand up, you say the child hand, all his 2 hands are not working again. If you flog the child, you say corporal punishment have been abolished. You tell the child go and wash toilet, you say how will you turn my child to cleaner? So what should be done to the child?
Okay.
Your child leaves the house around after 9.
Okay, thank you.
You are not doing anything. Children are coming. If every time if you move out around past 8, you see students of different, every school uniform moving about around after 8.
Okay.
So these are the same people that will go and write WAEC and they will fail. These are the same people that will go and write JAM because of the poor performance.
So the partnership is not working. Is the partnership working? What should schools do to strengthen the partnership?
The thing is, the schools need to call the parents, and parents should intentionally come for these meetings. Because it's not one thing. If we school say, school resumes by 7:30, and a child, half of the school is coming to school by after 8. Is the school going to send all of them home? No.
Okay.
So you will discover that
we need to rest it here. Thank you so much. I feel your passion. Earlier, you know, Silas used physics to explain the cycle of care. So I'm not surprised at the passion. Thank you so much. And every parent or guardian should exhibit such passion so that our children will grow up to make not just their guardians and parents proud, but indeed all of Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Silas Umekwe, performance consultant, educator, and public speaker, and passionate physics teacher. We also thank you, Pastor Mrs. Dorothy Okwenu, charter consultant, educator, and a governance strategist. Thank you so much. It's been a very interesting motherly and fatherly masterclass where co-hosts been focused on security checks. Sometimes your children take things from the home to school. Sometimes they bring things back to the home. Who is checking? Who is bothered? Co-host, please tell us, what did you find?
Bullying is the intentional attitude to cause harm as a result of superior advantage towards another person. That's bullying. It could be financial advantage, it could be physical advantage, it could be emotional advantage.
Talk to them in a friendly manner. Don't hide anything from your teacher. If the children are free with you, you know children, they'll tell you everything they want and everything they want. But if you, as a teacher, scare them, they won't come near to you. So they have to tell you, tell them, tell your teacher. Tell your teacher, tell me as the principal.
There are a lot of reasons why people become bullies. One, environment. Some children grow up in environments where violence is celebrated. You see that? Either domestic violence. Some children have seen their parents engage in domestic violence. Some people have seen their neighborhood heroes engage in domestic violence. Cultism, you see. There are situations like that where you have people snatch things from other people and are celebrated. Self-esteem. You try to establish your self-esteem by bullying other people. You want to be feared. You see, so that desire to be feared is also another reason why you have bullies.
First of all, you look at their academic performance, how the pupil is performing. The student, for example, a student that is communicating before in the class, all of a sudden, everything changes. So look at how they are participating well in their class activities.
You might be quiet, you might isolate his or herself, or you might even be moody. So if you're careful enough, you should be able to spot such expressions, and then you draw the child close and then try to inquire to know what is wrong. And if you're very free with the child will surely open up to you to tell you what is wrong.
School runs with the teacher-parent association, and they know their children. We don't know them as much as they know them. So we contact the parents and tell them about what their child is doing. If a bystander sees them quarreling, the report comes back to our school that we saw your children fighting. And from there, you start making inquiries from the children, because they go in groups. We don't go one by one. And if there's anyone, during assembly, we bring out the child and then discipline him or her. Either kneel down till after assembly, or if there's need to flog, we flog. Because we cannot spare the rod and spoil the child.
From the person that is being bullied and from the person that is bullying. You see, from the person that is being bullied, how does it affect him? There is lack of confidence. There is unassertiveness. You see that? And this translates into work. That is bullying. What happens? These people grow right? And they enter careers and they grow up in the careers, and some of them become leaders. And you find out that they are toxic leaders because they were bullies. They do not give autonomy to their downlines. They do not take opinions from their downlines. Their words are final. They are not approachable, you see. And so they do not make good leaders because they were bullies.
Welcome back. You see how Silas took our conversation to another level. That is the passion Nigerian parents and Nigerian caregivers, teachers have towards our children. We want all our children to be safe in whatever way, emotionally and physically. That's why each time anything happens, many hearts are broken. To further our conversation in the studio today are two Emmanuels. Hey, we have two Emmanuels. As a matter of fact, we know God is with us because we have two Emmanuels in the house. And it's a pleasure to welcome to the Weekend Studio former Commissioner of Police, Emmanuel Ojukwu. He is a security strategist. Let's see his profile.
It's great to have you on Weekend Deal.
Thank you.
Commissioner of Police retired, Emmanuel Ojukwu.
Thank you and good morning.
Now, I know you're going to nourish our conversation as we focus on children and the circle of care. Like Patience said earlier, he's not alone. Two Emmanuels. God with us, God amongst us. Okay, Emmanuel Isaiah is a pastor as well as a chartered management consultant, amongst many other things. An author as well. His profile would tell us more.
You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome to our studios. You've been here before, and so we're delighted to have you join us again. Before I start our conversation proper, NTA Sokoto is standing by to join from their own end. So NTA Sokoto, take it away.
FOOD food.
Once you know that so time is required for a child to trek from home to his school, and once that time elapses and you don't see him, call the principal, tell him, I have not seen my child. Is there any activity taking place in the school?
Every day, children go to school expecting a safe place to learn. In Sokoto State, parents want assurance that schools are protected, access is controlled, and emergencies can be handled quickly.
If you go around, you find that many of our schools have been fenced, and even while we have some holes here and there, we are trying to make sure that we block all those unwanted holes. First, to ensure that once the student is in the school, he is fully protected.
This feature examines security measures in public and private schools, including fencing, guards, and access control and emergency preparedness. While some schools have visible protections such as fences and locked gates, others face gaps in security and emergency planning. Nigeria's minimum standard for safe schools emphasize prevention preparedness and response through measures such as access control, emergency plans, and regular drills.
We work with the guidelines of the Federal Ministry of Education and also Agile Project. We intervene with Fofo Ed School So each of the school, we have perimeter fencing. We have trained SBMCs. And we go around all the schools and we distributed the registers, visitors register, so that to know who are you going to see in the school, what is the